Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and this is review number 3 for this batch shoot that I am doing. So we did a burr rye to start with from Redwood Empire. We just got done reviewing the Woodinville Port Cask finished bourbon. That was ringing in at 90 proof. So now we got Isaac Bowman Pioneer Spirit straight bourbon whiskey finished in port barrel. So this is a port barrel finished whiskey. This one's ringing in at 46% ABV, so 92 proof. We're doing these in order of proof, with the exception of the Redwood Empire. That one was starting a little bit higher. But is there an age statement on this thing? Let's see, was aged in new charred American white oak barrels for many years. Okay, so this is a NAS non-age statement whiskey, and as such, it's been aged for at least 4 years. That much I can guarantee you. Besides that, no idea. Bowman Brothers, bought out by Sazerac. I don't remember what year, but not too long ago, less than 10 years ago, bought out by Sazerac. And so uh-oh, I gotta sneeze. This isn't good. A lot of dead airspace. Anyways, what I've heard is that the distillate in here starting is coming from Buffalo Trace, and then this is pot distilled. So maybe it's just mashed in at Buffalo Trace, or maybe they do a low wines run there or something of that nature. I haven't really looked into it all that much, but says it's copper pot distilled. So supposedly it's pot distilled, has which will give it a more robust flavor profile. I do have to say, if you go watch my video, I think I did a Buffalo Trace versus the standard Bowman Brothers small batch, and the Bowman Brothers won out for sure. It had 50% or twice as much, maybe, more flavor depth. Same flavors, same profile, just more of it than what the standard Buffalo Trace is bringing to the table. Now, I'm not sure they're the same mash bill or anything like that, but as far as robustness, man, that Bowman Brothers was good. And I picked it up for $39.99, so $40 when I was in South Dakota, which, truth be told, is twice the price of what Buffalo Trace is here locally. I can pick it up for $19.99 all day long, every day. Not a brag, just a fact. So I bought this Isaac Bowman port finished. I think I just looked at it and just forgot already. I paid $36, 36 even, at the Blackwell's Wine and Spirits online as part of my purchase. And at $36, I mean, that's cheaper than the small batch that I bought, and that's outstanding. So let's get into this bottle. As I've said previously, finished bourbon, finished whiskey in general is kind of where we're at. Even the ryes, I have a couple, like the Midwinter Night Dram from High West and the Katokan Creek. That was a finish, and man, just finished whiskey in general is kind of where my wife and I are hanging out these days. Especially the bourbons. Like, I like a good bourbon, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to bourbon. I have not had a regular bourbon that I'm just like, that's so amazing. Although the Remus Repeal stuff's pretty darn good, and I do like my E.H. Taylor from Buffalo Trace and the Old Foresters and stuff, but they're not like mind-blowingly good. They're just really, really good. They're really, really nice whiskeys. I enjoy them a lot, but like if I didn't have them, my life wouldn't be incomplete. Let's just say that. And so, in my humble opinion, there's nothing in bourbon that's like so amazing I have to have it. Now, when we get to the peated Isla Scotches, there's a couple in there that are they're my go-tos for sure. And so because of that, my wife and I just kind of started getting into finished bourbons and ryes and other stuff. And it's just a whole nother layer that gets added on top of an already good whiskey. So it takes a good whiskey and makes it just that much better, in my opinion. I love the characteristics that come out of finished whiskeys. And with that, let's get into it. From way up here, there's almost like a grape, like a grape juice, or maybe almost like like bubble yum, or the gum by the foot, bubble tape from when you were a kid, the grape flavored stuff. I almost get that from this depth, but once I get my nose into it, that's not part of it. But it is fruity. It is jam quality fruit in there, strawberry, and I would say that it's pretty light on the nose. It's not punching super robust, but kind of a floral, uh, jammy, raspberry, red fruit sweetness on the nose. Hint of brown sugar. Um, no real like dark sugary sweetness like a molasses or anything like that on the nose. I could get some honey out of it, maybe almost a floral component. Let's get in on the taste again. A nice viscosity on there. Excellent mouthfeel. Light, creamy mouthfeel. Again, that graham cracker's been hitting it out of the park lately for me. That seems to be a flavor that shows up in almost every bourbon I've drank in a long time. And for the longest time, it was not something that I would mark at all. Maybe it's because I was eating my kids' graham crackers in the last couple of months, whereas I hadn't had a reference point for that in 20 or 30 years. But it was like graham cracker forward, sweet, nice, mild honey in there, just a hint of vanilla caramel. Then it moved into a fruit, a light jamminess. None of the flavors were heavy and dense. They were very light, easy sipping, easy drinking. Um, Mixed with that creamy mouthfeel that was going on. The flavor profile was solid start to finish. There were no holes or gaps in the flavor profile at all. Moving into the finish, it went with just the slightest wood note, some of that port fruitiness kind of coming through, and just a slight ethanol bite, black pepperiness on the end. Um, but just kind of like, even now, the lingering flavors are just these lingering sweet notes that kind of sit with you, that are reminding you of like a port wine. Very, very nice. Yeah, like that wine fruit with some honey in there. Excellent. I mean, it's just good whiskey. There is nothing wrong to say with that. And at $36, I challenge you to find something that fits this. I mean, this is in lockstep with like the Remus repeals and stuff. Those are hitting at 100 proof, but still, this is starting to make its way into that category, and at 1/3 the price. So almost 1/4 the price. What was it? The Remus Repeal 6 that I had my friend pick up in Montana was $120. That's 36. Now the Remus Repeal is denser in flavor. Like all the flavors, it shares a very similar flavor profile, but they're just denser and richer. But still, for 4 times the price, I mean, good luck. Now it's starting to move more towards a caramel, as I normally say. And you get it on the palate. It's a light caramel, honey, moves into a fruitiness, finishes out. That one was more of the traditional caramel, vanilla sweetness with a nice creaminess to it, like a Christmas caramel that moved into the finish. And then the finish brought just a little bit of a wood tannin in there, but not bitter. Um, and and that fruit again. It's just super good. I got no faults with this whatsoever. And at $36, dare I say, this is a buy every time you see it on the shelf for that price. So go ahead, drop in the comments down below what you can find a bottle of Isaac Bowman Pioneer Spirits port finished bourbon for in your area, what your thoughts and experiences are with it, and anything you have anything else you have to say, go ahead and drop that in the comments down below as well. I'm always curious to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching. You guys have yourselves a great day. As always, check out Life and Whiskey on BitChute, Rumble, YouTube if you have to, but try and switch over to one of the other platforms. If you're watching this on YouTube, Rumble is piggybacking off of the YouTube platform. So the same videos you see on YouTube will be the videos you can see on Rumble. They're released at the same time step. If you're on BitChute, you are way ahead of the game. This video is going to come out probably early June 2023, even though it's May 11th, 2023. It'll be released sometime in the future here. We'll see. But anyways, thanks for watching. You guys have yourselves a great day. I do always appreciate anybody who comments, shares these videos, or is getting anything out of this. Hopefully you appreciate it as I do. And you guys have yourselves a great day. Catch you in the next video.